I tell you, a few weeks ago, I got a phone call from Bruce Cohen. I didn't get a phone call, I got a sticky note. Called Bruce. I knew it had been a scam. I called Bruce back and I says, okay, Bruce, I know Nokie Fornoro is going to be inducted to Hall of Fame. I'll take 2 tickets. He says, that's great, but I need something else. I need another favor. Whew. What else? More tickets? You're in. Now, I want you to be the inductee in Nokie Fornoro Hall of Fame. I says, well, I says, I'll give it a try, because you know what? I didn't make my living doing speeches. So, Nokie, this is your day. Your fans, your family, Debbie, Nofri, Lanson, and Jarrett. That's your day too. Your dad's here, and he earned it. First time I met Nokie was at Danbury Fairgrounds. I don't think he remembers, because I was a snotty little kid with a pair of glasses as big as my head. But I went down, and there were all the kids in the front of the stadium. They had these like stages, everybody used to play. So my mother goes out and buys me one of these stupid stock car, and it was pink, plastic ones. It lasted 2 minutes. I came back, and she says to me, what happened? I don't know. I think one of the Fornoro boys broke it. Now we're getting down to the Nokie. Then one time I went to Atlantic City with my father, Iron Mike, and there's Nick Sr. tugging on my father, saying, hey, get the kids a ride. Give them a ride. This is the second time I met Nokie and Drew at Atlantic City. I didn't meet him, but I says, there's the kids that broke my goddamn stock car. All right, the years went on. We went all different ways. And then in '79, Nokie made his appearance at AIDC in a limited schedule. But once again, he showed his talent. He won the race at Nazareth, PA, and also was racing USAC sprinters. 1979, at the end of the World Series, we had 2 cars. The third car was sitting at home. Somebody made a deal, bring the third car. My father says, let's give Nokie a try, because if not, I'm going to have the old man pestering me the rest of my life. Well, Nokie started in the tail, went up to the 8th spot, great finish, and you know what? He had no sticker tires then. 1980, we had no one to drive the car at Hudson, and so I'm sitting at the truck stop, and he bangs his hand on the thing and says, call Nokie, get him up here. Well, Nokie showed up, he took the ride, and that's where the history and the journey began. Well, Nokie finished third that night, starting in the rear again, and the old man said, you got a ride. 1981 is when Nokie spread his wings. He won few races at the beginning of the year, but he finished big. He won 9 out of 10 the last races in NEMA. Boy, was that an impressive run. Also, we also raced that year at Terre Haute against the best in the business. 90 cars show up, 33 make the main. Nick goes out, never been there before, 17 quick time. We had a little issue. We could have probably won the race with broken axle, but everybody knew that Nick Fornoro was there, a young kid from New Jersey. Went to IRP night before the 500. Once again, we was in line. Nokie never been there. We first time with the car. I looked up, Mel Kenyon was there, and I said, Mel, can you do me a favor? Show Nokie how to get around this place. Nokie went out, first practice, come in, how's the car feel? Great. Only one problem, I got no brakes. Second practice, goes out, follows Kenyon. Now, I'm gonna go by this old man. Drives down, drives away from him. I tell you, Mel Kenyon come over and says, I guess you guys don't need no more help no more. But Nokie, we had a good times out there. Only thing I won't say, what happened in the waffle shop will stay in the waffle shop. That year he became NEMA's 1981 NEMA champion with style. One thing stuck out that race was the Stafford Springs. I don't know what happened. We had, I think it was 28 cars, and we were starting 18th. We had won 4 in a row that time, right up to that point. And I don't know if one of their routes made a deal with my old man or not, but he says, you're starting in the tail. So Franco Ferrara says, hey, listen, you guys, we're not going to win it on the first race. First lap, just take your time, win it, and go out. The old man speaks up and says, if we don't win, if he's not in the lead in the third lap, he's fired. Well, once again, green flag drop. Nokie drove where no one else drove, the third groove. And 3 laps, damn, he was leading it. Hell of a run. 82, I don't know what he did, but he talked to the old man into running that gold leaf car on dirt. He must have had the hook in his mouth, because we did. We went out to AIDC and traveled every day, every weekend to accomplish one thing, be a champ. Nokie won 7 races in 82, became the champion, and joined his father, Nick Fornoro Sr., 1950. The one race at Orange County Speedway, which brought up another one that I was in Victory Lane. And this is where you can say, when you really need it, I want to win. We were in Victory Lane getting our pictures taken. Guy from the third turn crew comes over and hands me this left front spring. I says, you gotta be, I can't be mine. We just won the feature. I look down, there's a spring. Spring's missing off the car. I looked over to Nokie, and he, dumbfounded, like a kid, says, it came off 5 laps to go. It's amazing what you can do when you really want to be ahead of your game. Again, 82, we won the championship. 83, we were invited to the Heroes versus the Outlaws, and the best in the business out there, Parsons, Volkovich, Kenyon, Schrader, Bigelow, the best. 2 weeks before that, we lost Iron Mike. So we said, let's go. We're going to do it. Went out there. He qualified fairly decent, started in the back. Matter of fact, it's on the YouTube. He drove all the way up to the first spot. Won the B main, started second to last in the A main, and drove up through all the big shots to finish second. And that was a hell of a race. 1983, he got 6 wins with AIDC, 2 with NEMA. And also a big victory at 5 Mile Point with all the USAC guys. 1984, Nokie, once again, 7 wins, participated in Silver Crowns events, and also another championship in 84. 85, once again, Nokie, driving for Jimmy Reeder, won the championship in 85, and also won IRP the night before the 500. In 86, Nokie was on his way to Indy. The rumors were he's had a test. Well, you know what? All things come to an end sometimes. But Mookie ran into a roadblock with a bad accident at Eldora in a sprint car. With the help of Drew and Gene, Angelello, and Debbie, his wife. And I'm going to tell you, that hospital didn't give Drew an answer, what's wrong with his brother. It would have tore the place apart. But he got back on his feet. Again, 1986, another championship. It makes it 5 championships in a row. It's amazing, you know, the accomplishment he's done. 86, between that and many races after that, he was racing COT, American Racing Series, in 86. Silver Crown in 87. Once again, in 1995, another 6-time ARDC champ. USAC Sprinters, Silver Crown, you name it, he would drive it. 2000, Nokie wanted to take a swing at the bat with the ISMA. You know what? It only took him 11 races. Showed himself at Oxford Plains in Victory Lane. He's done a terrific job with the the Suit Modifieds. He's driven Modifieds. And the last, but not least, from 2005 to 2009, he drove the number 4 car to numerous victories. Mike Jarrett's last race was October at the World Series, October 25th, and Mike was quitting racing as a car owner, but it was a storybook ending. Mookie, once again, Victory Lane. I'm going to tell you, a good saying out there, put your best foot forward. Well, Noak did. He put his right foot to the accelerator. Hell of a driver, and you're never going to repeat you can never duplicate what he's done. Noak, I'm glad to induct you into the Hall of Fame.
First and foremost, I'm not much on words unless it's in a race, and has to do with a rule book. If it's not good, then I talk a lot. But anyway, I'd like to thank Near for this tremendous award and all the inductees today. Hi, Jack. And I was going to try to wing it, which I'm still going to try to do, but without the car owners that I've driven for, I've been very fortunate. I have probably close to 100, and I've been flown around the country, not quite as good as Ricky and them other guys. I'm very, very fortunate to even be thought of to be put into this Hall of Fame here with the class here. I feel like an outsider, really, but anyway, without all the car runners, and Mike, he basically got my career started, him and the old man. And I got with the sprint cars too. Gary Colucci is here. I won a sprint race with him, and John and Diane Ellis I also drove for, and they're here. But without car owners and the crews to help me do what I've done, and the fans, without the fans, we all know you have nothing. You can be the greatest in the world, and if without the race fan, you have nothing. So I want to thank them too. Like I said, I'm not much on words, so we'll keep this short. My family, without the support that I've had with my family, this couldn't have happened. I was a union iron worker only because, you know, you go to union hall, if you got on a job and you didn't like it, you could kind of leave. But it was basically for racing. If I needed to go, I would give the guys a heads up. You know, so if I was connecting steel or welding or something, at 12 o'clock I'd be gone, so that's just what I had to do. But I'm not much, and I don't want to say too much more, but it's just to thank everyone. And I am a Danbury-born Connecticut Yankee, so, and that will always be with me, always. And I do have to say with Mike, I remember that stage, and it was me with that pink car, so. But Danbury, I can't get over Danbury. I just wish that was still there. Going there and going up on Mill Ridge where I lived and looking down on the mountain from the little hill there and seeing the stock cars run when the midgets weren't there was special. A lot of tracks in New England. I love one of my favorites, Jackie's. Where are you going to get anything better than Stafford or Thompson? I mean, come on, everybody's got. It's just beautiful. Anyway, I'm stuttering. I don't drink anymore, so this is just nerves talking. My hands are soaking wet. So, but just want to thank everybody again for attending here, and I'm in awe because I'm with such a great inducted people. Look at all these people here. How come they don't have these at regular racing banquets like this? This is great. Thank you very much for coming. And like I said, I'm not much on words, but thank you and everybody, especially my car owners. Sorry.